Today, we want to talk about boundaries. What do boundaries look like? What are they for? Why do you need them? We want to make sure that your boundaries are set moving forward because we no longer have time to waste on people wasting our time, our energy, draining us of all our good karma, our good love, all of those things. Your boundaries are important because they allow you to stand on business when it comes to people playing with your time. Boundaries help you maintain and establish healthy relationships. Without boundaries, you aren't setting the tone for the relationship that you feel like you deserve. Setting boundaries allows a person to know, as well as yourself, what you will accept and what you will not accept in any type of relationship, whether that is family relationship, just regular friendships, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, dating relationships. Boundaries help establish them, and it also helps maintain them, right? And so when it comes to building that rapport with someone, boundaries have to be involved because what it allows you to prevent is burnout, because we know relationships can be tough. They don't have to be as tough as we make them, but they can be tough because we're dealing with a lot of different energies. A lot of people come with baggage, and we have to know when we don't want to carry other people's baggage, right? So it helps you to avoid burnout, being overwhelmed, stressed. It helps you avoid being taken advantage of. One thing you don't want to be is taken advantage of in a relationship. You don't want to be overwhelmed in a relationship. You don't want to be stressed in a relationship. You don't want resentment of a relationship. And the reality is, there's nothing more important than the boundaries you set for yourself in a relationship. You don't want to have to go through 15 years of a marriage never setting your boundaries, then being burnt out because you accepted more than you should have, or you accepted less than you should have, gave more than you should have. Those boundaries that you should have had set would have allowed you to gauge when it was time for you to walk away, when it's time for you to speak up, right? Because boundaries allow you to gauge your self-awareness. Because the more aware of yourself you are, the more you know what you like, what you don't like, what you'll accept, what you won't accept, and why you're not accepting it, and why you would accept it. Boundaries help you grow as a person. It helps you build that self-esteem. Because once you have boundaries set, it takes a strong person to make sure that you're standing on business about those boundaries as well. Because the reality is that boundaries mean nothing if we're not standing on them, if we're not holding people accountable when they cross them. The same way you will want someone to hold you accountable if you crossed their boundaries. Just like you will respect someone else's boundaries, a person also has to respect your boundaries. Boundaries being set in a relationship allows you to prioritize your needs and protect your time and energy. There's nothing worse than time wasted when it comes to a relationship. There's nothing worse than accepting less than what you deserve in a relationship. All because you didn't have your boundaries set. And you might say, well, how do I know what my boundaries are? Start with, do you like to be lied to? Do you want to be cheated on? Do you want to go days without talking to someone if you're getting to know them or in a relationship? It's the simple things that a lot of people can take for granted. It's those things that create your boundaries. You don't want someone to go days without speaking to you. You want someone who can at least remember a birthday, take you out on a date, those type of things. They don't have to be so difficult or you don't have to think about them too hard. Usually boundaries are very simple, very straight to the point. The way you want to be treated is the way that you would treat someone else. How do you plan on treating somebody in a relationship? Set those boundaries for yourself. The boundaries you set for yourself are the same boundaries you would set for someone else that's in a relationship with you. Your boundaries are there to protect you when someone is not treating you according to the standards you have set.